Hello, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Mobita Nawa. This is both our Friday morning motivation. Actually, it's Friday afternoon motivation. Again, it's a big welcome to everybody. It is our Friday afternoon motivation, as well as our conversation here online. I did post a while ago. I said we're about to go live on our Friday morning motivation. What topics would you like to hear? And some of you immediately said, let me go back. We called it on-demand motivation. And some of you said, I would love to hear how an academically qualified young man today would be motivated to pursue a career in farming, not just restricted to growing maize as opposed to looking for a job. And there's a reason I'm reading that, because I also want to read another question. That was Dawn Hamwata. Jonathan Nasilele said, I would like you to talk about resource mobilization. Owen Kanchimba says, I would like you to talk about beer. What would you like me to say about beer, sir? Mr. Owen. Trace Media says, talk about political freedom. Habenzo talk about financial discipline. Abia says, talk about investment. And Dixon Perry says, how to build on a small salary. How to build on a small salary. Alex says, how to become like Nawamuvita C. You may not want that. You may not want that. Sometimes we admire people. We don't know what they go through. We don't know what it takes for them to be who they are. Wait, am I losing my hair? Mapresha ya life muntu wanga ukadapo chadewa yamba ngani akamparara ngungoti. Harris says, I'm watching you from Chirundu. Welcome, Harris. Real estate development says Kenneth Chisomba says parents imposing career choices. Lawrence says resource mobilization and be a landlord in 6 months. And Peter says, I want to talk about life. Youth of these days think that when she or he is passing through challenges, the only way out is to commit murder. I think they meant to say suicide. So I chose the topic that was submitted by Dixon Peary, how to build, he said how to build on a small salary, but I want to incorporate it by saying how to build your life and business using a small salary. Ladies and gentlemen, it goes without saying that if you don't have a salary in your life and you are starting afresh, you are just getting started, chances are that you will get very, very motivated. You need to have a salary in order for you to have some form of capital, some form of financial stability. Stephen says, I would love to meet you in person. I think I have a lot to learn from you. Thank you, Stephen. I'm glad you want to meet me in person, but I want you to know that you don't really have to meet me in person. Just by following my page, reading what I post, listening to my videos, trust me, that might even be more than meeting me. When you meet me, I might be so busy, or I might be so distracted, or you might not even like the meeting, but right now you're already enjoying, so keep that going. So, if you don't have a salary, and by salary we're not talking about $1,000, $10,000, we're talking about any form of stable income that you have. As long as you have some form of stable income in life, life is better. Trust me on that. Sometimes we think we can't do without a salary, but sooner or later we realize that we actually needed that salary. So, the first thing you need is a stable income. Whether you're a housewife, you're a young person, you're a student, the first thing you need is a stable income. The second thing you need is a supplementary income. Deno says, watching you from Uganda. Uli bulungi Deno, Sebo, ndi bulungi. So, first of all, you need a stable income. Second of all, you need a second or alternative income. When you have a second or alternative income, it becomes easier to do a lot of things. Many people who don't make any kind of extra income are struggling. They are really struggling. They are struggling. It doesn't matter how big your salary is. If you earn it once a month, you will always struggle. Here is how you always struggle. Suppose you set a budget of $50,000. Let's say you earn $50,000, hypothetically. Suppose you set a budget of $50,000 and you are expecting that $50,000 next month, December 3rd, and you've already made a budget of $50,000. Your fixed expenses or variable expenses, they're at $50,000. Your income is at $50,000. What do you do? Should you have an emergency tomorrow or the day after? You've already spent the $50,000 from last month, and the $50,000 from next month looks like it will be spent. What will you do? Where will the money come from? Yesterday in my car, I had a very unexpected emergency. Okay? So those of you that know me, you know that I love a full tank in my car. So 2 days ago, I put some full tank. Actually, I just top up. I am almost always at full tank. All my cars are always on full tank. I'm just like that. It has nothing to do with being where. No, I've always been like that. I'm just a full tank guy. So the other day I started smelling fumes of fuel in my car. And yesterday it got really worse. So I finally went to the garage. I said, no, these fumes are too much. And when they removed the back seat, I was literally walking in a potential flammable situation because my fuel was spilling. And so I had an emergency yesterday to fix that situation in my car. And just to fix that mama jamma for my car, I cannot even tell you how much it cost. Well, I can tell you. Let me tell you how much it cost. The fuel pump was 3,700 kwacha. The fuel pump. Because my fuel pump was okay, but the shell, the casing of my fuel pump had a crack. And that's where fuel was spilling. So I had to pay 3,700 kwacha. I had to pay for labor, and I had to pay other incidentals. So yesterday I had a 5,000 kwacha bill that I didn't plan for. On top of that, I lost almost a quarter of my full tank. By the time they were done fixing the car, I was at 3/4 tank. Now, imagine you don't have a side hustle. What happens now? So when you have a side hustle, a side income, it allows you to take care of emergencies, take care of things that you didn't plan for. Even just to go for a haircut, shouldn't have to wait for the month end. Number 3, so number 1, you have your stable income. Number 2, you're growing your, number 2, you have your side hustle, your second or third income. Number 3, grow your third and fourth income. We're talking about how to build on a small salary. You have to take that same salary and invest it into some kind of business. I will tell you, I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in landlordship. I believe in building businesses. But I tell you one thing, whatever you are doing, you must build another business. You know, today I woke up and I was just like, man, I'm so broke. You know, I was just feeling so broke today, you know, and broken. You know, yesterday I was dealing with a fuel tank. The other day, a pump for the borehole. Another 6,000 the other day, an emergency breakdown on the car. I mean, that's over 25,000 kwacha gone in 5-6 days. Mulenga says, Mr. Nawa, you always give me hope for tomorrow when I hear from you. Thank you, Mulenga. So I was just feeling so broke today, like really broke. I think I had 29 ingwe on my Airtel this morning, you know, and before you know it, 100 kwacha came, and by 7:30 I had made 100 kwacha. I have never been happier in my life. Somebody keeps calling me. Just hold on. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Nawa.
Yes, please. May I assist you?
Great. FM here. I'm one of the students for graduate school.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember the name.
Permission to call you. I'm just on a broadcast. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Thank you. So I made my 100 kwacha today at 7:30. I was so happy. Mwewa says this small salary you're talking about should be 1,000 to 1,500. Don't exemplify it using 2,500 or 3,500. Thanks. That's not a salary. I don't know why you would say that, Mwewa. Huh? Kennedy, why would you say a 2,500 to 3,000 is not a small salary, but you're saying 1,000 to 1,500 is a small salary? What about those who are earning 300 to 500? What do we call that? Or one thing you should know about money is one man's small salary is another person's big salary. Abigail says you always give me hope. Thank you. Kwalozo Muchwani Washemi Kirunaba. Never underestimate another person's salary and never overestimate your salary. I'm telling you about a fuel pump that cost me 5,000 kwacha yesterday. To somebody else, that's nothing. That's nothing. What is 5,000 to them? That's a bill for makeup. So life is about levels. It's about whatever level you are at. These principles apply. So, Kennedy, whether you are at 1,000 to 1,500, 2,500 to 3,000, 5,000 to 8,000, 7,000 to 9,000, you are still considered a salaried person. And no one should tell you whether that is small or big. It's you who knows whether it is small or big. Each kalipa chumfomwine. So, I was just saying now, number 3, boost your first, your second, and your third incomes. Boost them. Make sure that you start to make money, more money. That way, even though your small salary will come, Dino says, "Sir, how much is 5,000 kwacha in dollars?" Good question. Dino is from Uganda. Our rate at the moment is 21, 22. So 5,000 kwacha, would you believe it, is $250 US. $250 US. I don't know how much that is in Ugandan shilling. Sims Flavor says, live long, Mr. Nawa. We need more teaching like this. Financial freedom is needed. Alfred says, 5 pin, that's someone's capital. Yeah, exactly my point. For me, 5 pin yesterday, I spent it on my fuel tank, fuel pump on my car. Don't ask me what type of car it is. You are losing the conversation. But someone else, 5,000 is their capital. You earn 1,000 kwacha a month. Someone else, that's their entire capital. So it's about growing whatever you have. Meaning this message is applicable whether you are a minister in cabinet, you are a counselor, you are a civil servant, you are a private sector. It's about what are your needs, what are your goals, what are your expenses, what are your incomes. So it's about balancing your income and expenditure. So I was telling you how I made 100 kwacha in the morning by 7:30, and boy was I happy to see my Airtel money grow from 29 ingwe to 100 kwacha and 29 ingwe. Dino says 1 million Ugandan shilling. Okay, thank you. So by 8, another 100 kwacha came. By 9, another 100 kwacha came. I could even feel my spirit lifting. I don't know if you are like me. I think for me, when I'm broke, things no wino ka temper filia, you know. You know, I'm a silent sana, but when I beula, I'm very motivated. I always joke, I tell people, I said, if I ever fall sick and I'm in intensive care unit for any reason, don't worry about medicine. Just get a wand of US dollars, about 10,000 US dollars. Come to my bedside, okay? Come to my bedside and just start, sorting them out beneath my nose, just at 45 degrees under my nose, and just go in my nose. Then that mint smell, that Swiss smell of a US dollar in my nose, you'll just hear me say, it's okay, I'm done, I'm okay, I'm fine. My BP will go down, my temperature will go down. I mean, every body organism will return back to normal. Some of us don't need a whole lot of medicine. We just need money. We just need money to solve our problems. And I know there are many of you who are like that. You feel stressed right now. You feel frustrated. To be honest with you, you are just broke. Just go out there and make money. So, this is now lunchtime. Micah Airtel, at least, it's beginning to look like somehow. And so, last point is you build slowly with the discipline, with focus, and do not compare yourself to anyone else. Run your race with endurance. Run your own race. What are you doing? What are you building? What are you working on? Work on that. Don't depend on other people to determine your boundaries. Don't set scores with people. Ignore the noise around you and focus on your life. By the way, some people will laugh at you for making 100 kwacha, but that's none of their business. In Bemba, here in Zambia, we say, ichikalipa chumfo mwine, meaning the wound hurts the person who is wounded. Okay? Linda says, I get sick when I'm broke. I can sleep the whole day. So I know the feeling. I know the feeling. And me, when I'm loaded, I fail to sleep. I'll be all night, thinking, dreaming. I'm like, what am I doing tomorrow? Where am I starting from? I think it's good for God to make us broke sometimes. It humbles us. Otherwise, kutirekerera, so, muntu wanga, you can fail to sleep at home. So you start calling madam, no, I have a flat tire 400 kilometers away from home. But how did you end up 400 kilometers away from home? No, I went to buy talk time. All right, so I want to conclude and love you and leave you and say to you, it is possible to build a great life using a small salary. There are people who earn what we may consider very little, but they are happy. And there are others who earn what we may call a lot, but they are very sad. So it's about balancing your budget, finding your sweet spot, and having more than 2 incomes. The idea of getting paid once a month is over. I can't do that. I've never done that. Ever since I started working 30-something years ago, I have always had a second, a third, a fourth income. I can't do one income. I can't. I'm too demanding. I have a lot of needs, that having one income would suffocate my life. Even the people around me have so much expectation from me that not being able to take care of them would be very frustrating. Have a beautiful day. Find that business, start that business, grow that business. Don't worry about when it is small, it will eventually grow. Share this live, tag someone. This is your friend and brother Mubita Nawa. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. Ngiyakutanda moyo ngwele, moyo ngwele, moyo ngwele. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. Nive ya sepo yaka kuena mulimu. Nisikena swavi fama tam. Ati shansha limbikira pakave ufuna uvipeze osayopa iwe zipombe limbikira iwe ati shansha limbikira pakave ufuna uvipeze. Have a good day, guys. We'll talk to you soon. This is your friend Movita. Now I'm out. Bye-bye.